Hi there, Emma DeAngela here. If you're watching this exclusive all-natural fat loss video, then you're either one of my loyal subscribers or I have allowed a very close friend of mine to share this site with you. You're about to discover 3 nutritional principles that the world's healthiest people who live well over 100 years of age have been committed to using, and how you can apply these principles so that you not only get a lean and flat belly, attain your desired body shape, but also experience so much more energy in your life, no more lethargy, drowsiness, and exhaustion. Make all of your health problems vanish, prevent future diseases from coming, even the dreaded cancer. Lose over 30 pounds of excess body fat. In my case, I lost over 46 pounds of pure belly fat using these principles, and the best thing is, it was just a positive side effect. With nothing more than a simple shift in your diet, you can start to enjoy beautiful health, healthiest body, and radiant energy. First off, let me tell you a little about this video. This video will be up for only a very short period of time, and what I'm sharing with you is a dietary approach that has been backed by a century of scientific research, but for some reason had been withheld from you. And it is controversial, as it challenges what the multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical and food industry have been brainwashing you with. Unfortunately, you'll never hear this information from your doctor, dietitian, or even other diet experts. After all, you being sick and unhealthy keeps them in business. And I'm also going to tell you my story, because it is probably very similar to your own. It doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman, anyone who struggles with their weight or suffers from chronic disease like acid reflux, digestive disorders, hypothyroidism, and obesity-related diseases will relate to this story. And if you watch this entire video, I will do more than just tell you a story. I will give you the solution I discovered and have been applying till this very day. Because this is by far the best, simplest, and most natural way you can ever use to transform yourself to embrace beautiful health and body. Nearly a decade ago, my health and body were in a total mess. Ever since I was young, I was overweight and digestive orders plagued me. I would burp all the time and constantly feel bloated. I just had so much gas in my stomach. On top of that, I would often feel tired, exhausted, and lethargic. Hospitals became a frequent stop. I had to be hospitalized over and over again. It was stopping me from progressing in my life. All the money I had earned was just spent on my medical bills. I was sick and tired of my poor health, and I wanted to find the way to make me feel better. I was desperate to turn my life around and tried almost everything. Alternative medicine and holistic health became the center of my obsessions. I wanted to find out how I can be free of illnesses, diseases, and lose weight healthily. I also wanted to know how I could reach the peak of my health, be full of energy and vibrancy, so that I could enjoy fully all that life has to offer. It so happened that I love books and I was thirsty for knowledge. So I started reading everything I could find on holistic medicine from health books, journals, and magazines. I interviewed countless doctors, nutritionists, and dietitians who were kind enough to share their expertise and knowledge. You won't believe how crazy I was when I went to try out all of the following: herbal remedies, detox diets, alkaline water, aromatherapy, reflexology, medications, enemas, peppermint tea, cell food oxygen, wu yi tea, and even the acai berry diet. Whatever you can think of right now, I've tried it all. But my health was still in bad shape. The majority of the above treatments and so-called cures either made my digestive disorder worse, worked only short-term, or simply didn't have any effect whatsoever on my health condition. I was about to give up. If you're still with me this far, there's a good chance that you can somehow relate to my earlier sufferings, pain, and frustrations. Depressed, I almost gave up the hope of living. But luckily, I didn't. And what happened next was like a miracle from God himself. One day, I decided to go on a trip to the Valley of Hunza, where the locals are some of the healthiest people you'll ever meet, and they live well over 100 years old. I bumped into an angelic lady whom I shall call Teresa, as she prefers to remain anonymous. I initially mistook Teresa for a baby boomer who had just retired. She had kept herself young that nobody could tell her real age. She was as fit as a fiddle, and she could easily carry a 4 or 5-year-old child in her arms. After talking to her, I was struck in disbelief when she first told me she was actually 87 years old. Despite her old age, she was still able to climb the mountains every day. Wow, let's face it, how many of us youngsters are able to climb stairs for a few minutes and not complain about being out of breath and tired? When I asked her, "What's the secret to your excellent health and youth?" she pretty much smiled and told me one thing. This single thing instantly changed my entire life. Now, I'm telling you again, this is going to change forever the way you look at your health, body, foods, everything. She basically told me, "Emma, your diet is the key to your health. Take care of your stomach, and your body will give you what you need." That's it. It's so simple, yet so powerful. Take a moment to let this message sink in. For you to truly appreciate how your stomach is the key to solving your health and weight issues. And the turning point in my health manifested only after I started applying the 3 key nutritional principles that I learned from Teresa. In a short 3 weeks, I was able to feel this new surge of energy in my body every day. No longer do I feel exhausted and tired after meals, even in some days when I slept for only 4 hours. No more burping, bloating, and gas. My digestive disorders were all gone. All my pains and aches had completely vanished too. My immunity had increased, and those long lists of medical consultations, they were history. The best part was that I lost over 46 pounds of excess fat in a healthy way, and maintaining my ideal weight until now is so easy. And I did absolutely nothing of what most of the so-called magazines, media, and fitness trainers termed as calorie counting, self-discipline, hardcore training. You will absolutely be floored when you read how easily you can lose weight and be healthy within a short period of time. And these nutritional principles have actually allowed me to help tens of thousands of men and women lose weight forever and live with more energy, vitality, and good health than they could have ever dreamed of having. So here's the first nutritional principle you need to understand. All weight problems, diseases, illnesses, and health issues are just symptoms of the root cause. The truth is, you have been neglecting your health for quite some time and have allowed it to snowball till it became a big problem. Once your body is rejuvenated and restored to its original uncorrupted state, your body will naturally heal itself. But the biggest myth that we've been tricked into believing is that there is a specific remedy for each ailment that is affecting us. However, if you just fix the root cause by applying the second and third principles I'm about to share with you, all of these problems that might be holding you back will be eradicated once and for all. This leads us to nutritional principle number 2. Regaining your health begins with alkalizing your body. Most people, 68% of the world's population to be exact, are overweight, lethargic, and potential victims of diseases and cancer because their bodies are too acidic. The pH of your blood and tissues is the single most important measurement of your health. You can forget about blood pressure, blood sugar, hormone levels, or any other markers of health. Just by taking care of your blood's pH level, you will ensure that your bodily functions will be at their optimum healthy levels. That means that keeping your blood between a pH of 7.35 and 7.45 is the key to great health. Unfortunately, most people have been eating acid-producing diet, the worst. We are brainwashed into thinking that these foods are healthy. In fact, the culprit is none other than the standard American diet, also known as the SAD diet. If you don't know what the SAD diet is, it is characterized by a high intake of meat, refined grains, sugary desserts and beverages, dairy products, and high cholesterol foods. These acid-forming foods you've been eating from the SAD diet drastically affect your body's pH level by tilting the balance to the acidic zone. There are more than 50,000 foods out there in the world. To know exactly what foods are healthy and what foods are not could be a big frustration. But the final nutritional principle will steer you in the right direction. That is, nutritional principle number 3. Eat based on how you were born to eat. Biologists have this common mythology of classifying animals by the shape of their teeth. Lions and dogs have conic and sharp canine teeth that can lock into each other. Now take a look at your own teeth in the mirror. Do you think you are able to cut your own fingers by biting with your teeth compared to if you let a dog bite you? Let's do a little experiment, shall we? Place a finger between your teeth and then bite with considerable strength. Did you cut your finger? I'm sure you did not. But surely if you got bitten by a dog, it would be a totally different story. You see, our own jaws can only move from left to right, which are ideal for chewing fruits and vegetables. However, for lions and dogs, their jaws work